and thank everybody who is watching and everybody who has submitted questions. And let me thank some of our adult experts for being with us as well. I want all of the panelists to just relax. This is going to be an informal process. And what we want to do tonight is something pretty simple. This last year has been the worst year for our country and maybe the world in a very, very long time. And I don't have to tell you about that. You know it. We have lost 500,000 Americans, died of the COVID disease. The economy has gone downhill big time, meaning many, many workers, some 10 million people in the country lost their jobs. Go to any downtown in Vermont and you're going to see small businesses that have been shut down. And you and the younger people of this country, millions of you, have seen your lives disrupted in a way that we have never seen before. You have not been able to go to school. You're worried about your educational futures. You've not been able to socialize with your friends. You're worried about your parents. You're worried about financial resources of your families. It has been an incredibly disruptive year. And what we have seen all across this country is a rise in people who are dealing with stress and drug problems now and domestic violence and all kinds of things that have come about because of the isolation that people are feeling. It is a very unnatural situation not to be able to be with your friends and your family and so forth and so on. So what I wanted to do tonight are just a couple of things. I think it's important for us to know that everything that we are experiencing, we're not the only one who's experiencing it. A lot of people in Vermont are experiencing it, kids are experiencing it, older people, and it's important that we talk about it so that we can share the experiences. And the second thing that I need from you, as your senator, is your ideas about where we go from here. The good news, there's several pieces of good news, I think, is that number one, as all of you know, vaccines have been developed. They are now being distributed widely throughout our state, throughout the country. More and more people are becoming vaccinated. We're looking at 2 or 3 million people every day who are getting vaccinated. And that is the light at the end of the tunnel. The day will come sooner or later when people will be vaccinated and we can go back to a normal life. The economy may be doing a little bit better. Congress just passed a very, very large piece of legislation, which is going to bring well over $1 billion into the state of Vermont, including a lot of money for education, for summer programs, for healthcare, etc. So what I would like to do, if you could, when you talk, is think about what would be helpful to you and your friends. What can the state do? What can your community do? What can we do here in Washington? So that's the point. The point is for us to kind of share our experiences, to know that we're not alone. And also, if you have any questions on anything, we've assembled a wonderful group of adults who are heavily involved in trying to deal with the pandemic. And let me just thank them and mention who they are. Kath Burns is a clinical director for Vermont's COVID support line. She has been doing a great job. Phyllis Carrero is a school counselor at Proctor Junior Senior High School. Holly Morehouse is the executive director of the Vermont After School and Summer Program. Jen Olson is a workplace learning counselor at Hazen Union. Karen Price is director of family support at the Vermont Family Network. And Heather Stein is a doctor with the community health centers in Burlington. So we've got a great group of young people